Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, we have to talk about Gabbie Hanna. So as you guys know, Gabbie Hanna last week had this mental health crisis, is what people are calling it. People were saying she was having a manic episode, all of those things. It's now confirmed by Gabbie that she was kind of having an episode of mania. So I can say that now and feel comfortable saying that. But there's been a lot of drama that's happened since then. I think that things have kind of trickled down and died down a little bit. I think Gabbie has come down from her episode. And so now I feel a little bit more comfortable talking about the situation, knowing that she is in a better mental state than she was back then. I feel a little bit more comfortable talking about my thoughts on the situation, what you guys have been saying about the situation, so I want to do that. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. All right, before we get into today's drama, if you are new here, my name's Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. This is Mr. Kitty. He is the face of the operation here. He is a beautiful Maine Coon baby. He is the face of everything here. I also have Miss Kitty sitting down there looking so cute. Baby girl, she's sitting here ready to chime in on her thoughts on everything if she feels the need to. She's more the brains behind the operation. She gets all the receipts for us and works very, very hard. She's actually working down here now. But she told me that she feels so inclined to chime in on anything I have to say about Gabbie Hanna, she will. And I told her, Miss, you know that's always okay. If you want to chime in the video, you know it's always okay. But Mr. Kitty, he's the face behind the operation. You know, he's not as good at getting the receipts as Miss Kitty is. You know, so just forgive us if there is ever something that is clickbait, if there's ever something that might be a half-truth, or maybe the tea was rushed and it wasn't the whole story yet. It's probably Mr. Kitty, you guys. Mr. Kitty just gets so excited. He just gets so excited to deliver the tea that he just can't wait, and he just like rushes over to me and he says, Mama, this is the tea. I need you to make the video about it now. We gotta be the first to the tea. And he always likes to be the first to the tea, so he tries to rush the tea and everything. And sometimes it's clickbait or, you know, not quite the whole story or whatever. So if that ever happens, it's probably Mr. Kitty's fault. But we're not going to give him a hard time about that. We're just going to tell him that, you know, he's working on it. He's trying to get better. He's trying to get better at it. But the thing is, you know, he just gets so excited. It's just in his nature. It's in his friendly nature just to want to, you know, get the tea out to you guys as fast as possible. But anyway, if you were into that kind of thing, if you like cats and tea, then make sure you bye, Mr. Kitty. Okay. Then make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby Bells ring the bell. Okay, so let's get into this Gabbie Hanna stuff. So I'm sure if you're watching this video that you saw everything that went down with Gabbie Hanna last week, and it was troubling to watch. I know, Mr. Kitty, Mr. Kitty was very concerned about Gabbie Hanna last week. He really was. Isn't that, Miss, were you concerned too, baby? Mr. Kitty said he watched it all unfold, and we actually had a conversation about it, and he said that, Mama, I really don't think that we need to go too hard on Gabbie Hanna during this time. I think we need to let everything settle down before we talk about her. Mr. Kitty, I don't want you sitting on that because you might hurt yourself, because Mama hurt herself once on this thing. Okay. And I agree with Mr. Kitty on that. I felt like we needed to take a second and let things kind of like, let her kind of come down or whatever before we kind of dived into this. But she was doing she was calling herself the second coming or something. Like, she was just acting very bizarre, and it really was very painful and troubling to watch. I believe that a lot of people were very, very, very concerned about Gabbie Hanna. I mean, you could read her comment sections on her TikToks. They were very concerned about her and her well-being in these comment sections of her TikToks. These TikToks were getting millions and millions of views, whereas her other TikToks were only getting maybe a few 100,000, and these TikToks were getting millions of views. I'm talking 4 million, 2 million, 3 million, like 5 million, so many views, right? It was a really scary situation. She had this guy come into her house that she didn't know, or that some people think she knew him and it was, you know, fabricated, the whole thing. But some people think that no, she didn't know him, and that this guy just kind of like came into her house and like kind of manipulated her when she was in a bad state. And I don't know, I'm kind of on that end of things. But You guys, now that the waters have kind of settled, now the storm has settled, I guess is like a proper way to maybe say that, the correct analogy. I want to talk about this a little bit more because Gabbie Hanna posted some TikToks kind of addressing things, and one of the things she addressed, and I'll play it for you right here, so roll it.
I've been really open with the fact that I'm bipolar. My therapist who diagnosed me with bipolar 2 is also bipolar type 2. And she told me, why do you keep treating mania like a bad thing? Did people tell you mania was a bad thing? Because mania is just a heightened sense of energy. So I, instead of misfiring my manic energy that I was blessed with, decided to focus it into things that could actually create change. That doesn't make me a perfect person, but it makes me a lightning rod. So if I can harness the attention of major news outlets and reach the world whenever I want at my fingertips, I decided to talk about what matters. And that's what I'm going to be doing for forever. And I'll also still do fashion and makeup and self-care shit too. Believe it or not, guys, it doesn't take that long for me to take these TikToks. Like, oh my God, she posted 100 TikToks. She's manic. It's at the tip of our fingertips. I literally open the phone, press a button, and talk. You guys have been talking about me all day, and I've been talking to you all day. Are you manic? Because you guys have not shut the fuck up about me. I'm doing something productive and creative. Are you? Or are you just talking about my art?
She's kind of saying that her mania is not a bad thing, that having an episode like she had is not a bad thing. And when she said that, listen, when it comes to the point of mental, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not going to speak on all of that like that. But it did spark the conversation for a lot of people. And her making that TikTok kind of made people think that she was, in fact, trolling the entire situation. Is that what I think? No, it's not. But let me tell you what these people think, and then I'll kind of tell you my opinion on it. So a lot of people said that TikTok right there was confirmed that she was trolling the whole situation. A lot of people said that, she didn't take this seriously, that she knew what she was doing the entire time, that she saw what was happening and she decided to monetize it, that she saw, okay, this is really what people were saying. They're saying she launched an album or released an album in July. It didn't do very well. This was her way of getting attention to herself to promote her album. And that's proven because in a lot of the TikToks, she tried to play her songs from her latest album on the TikToks as the sounds. And TikTok actually muted all of those videos. Like, you can't hear the sound of those videos. But she tried to kind of like promote her album, and this was a whole way of promoting her album. The album is called Trauma Queen. So, having an episode like that, it could possibly be the result of like some trauma and all of that. And so maybe people think that this was her way of promoting her album. Now, I don't necessarily fully believe that per se. What I think that now that the storm has settled, what I truly think, and I thought this the entire time, I was very concerned about Gabbie Hanna, but I kind of had this in the back of my mind the entire time. I think it might have been a little bit of both of those. I think that Gabbie Hanna is somebody who has been on social media for a very long time. And I say this in a lot of my videos talking about influencers. This is a business to influencers. Being online and your online presence is a business to influencers. They know full and well, very clearly, what they are doing, when they are doing it, all that stuff, despite mental health crisis. I truly believe that Gabbie Hanna was having an episode of mania. I do believe that. She confirmed that herself. I thought that the entire time, but I did not confirm that or say that on my channel until she said it herself. I think that despite the state of mind that she was in, I do fully believe that she saw her views and the kind of attention that she was getting on social media. I think at that point, she decided to keep going and keep posting and keep doing this. Now, her excuse is it does not take her long to post a TikTok. Her posting 200 TikToks is really not that big of a deal. It takes her 30 seconds to 3 minutes to film a specific TikTok, and then she can post it, and that's really not that much time if you do the math. I think for 200, it still can be quite a bit of time, right? I think that she was having an episode, but I think that she was still aware enough to realize how much this was benefiting her monetarily. And the fact that the conversation about Gabbie Hanna was not Gabbie Hanna's trolling, Gabbie Hanna's the worst, Gabbie Hanna's lied about all these things back in the day. It wasn't on that anymore for the first time in years. For the first time in years, the conversation was, oh my God, is Gabbie Hanna okay? People were seeing Gabbie Hanna as the victim, which Gabbie Hanna has been wanting for so long. Gabbie Hanna has been wanting people to see her as the victim for a very, very long time. Let us not forget, she had an entire series on her YouTube channel last year where she was fighting and pushing and pushing and pushing for people to see her as the victim in a situation she really was not. So in this situation, when she was really going through something rough, I fully believe that there was a part of her that was still coherent enough to be like, oh my God, this is validation for me. I am the victim. People are now seeing I'm the victim. And she played into that. I think she played into that with the guy Nick coming to her house. I think all of these TikToks, because the thing is, people were concerned. People were concerned, as you should be when anybody goes through something like this. But people were concerned, and they were saying this, and the other. Am I saying that Gabbie Hanna didn't go through that episode, that it was all fake and made up by her? No. I truly do believe that Gabbie Hanna was having a manic episode. She confirmed that she was having a manic episode. And when anybody is going through something like that, it is rough, it is hard, and I do really wish them the best. I hope they come out of it. I wish them well. I wish them healing. That's still true. But knowing that Gabbie Hanna is a very smart creator, you have to be smart and good at marketing yourself, and you have to, a lot of times what people think is they have to kind of push the bar a little bit into being controversial, into causing drama, into getting people to talk about them and maybe not the best light to get attention on them. And I think this was the attention that Gabbie Hanna was looking for, that she'd been looking for an entire year. The attention of people saying, oh my God, I hope you're okay. Are you okay? Please take care of yourself. We're wishing you well. That was the conversation. As opposed to, she's lied about this, she's the worst, she's a blank apologist, that's the conversation wasn't that anymore. And the people that were saying those things about her, everyone was rebutting with, not the time, stop it. As they should have. And so I mean, I don't know. That's just kind of how I'm feeling about it. Am I reaching here? Do you guys think that I'm off base? Do you guys think that this is like insensitive of me to say that she kind of was coherent enough to know what she was doing? I don't know. This might be completely unpopular opinion, and I might get attacked in the comment section down below. And if I do, you're welcome to your opinion. Please let me know your opinion on that. But that's just kind of how I feel about it. I really do honestly, truly feel that way about the situation. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this whole thing that happened with Gabbie Hanna in the comment section down below. Like, I would love to hear from you. I want to know if you guys think that my opinion is on base there or off base or whatever. But I think that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Miss Kitty says bye.